I got some good news for you today. We got JP Campbell in the house, and this man just landed a 95K OTE role in 26 days. He's here to share with us what his experience was with the sword program and how he did it. So, JP, welcome. First question I have for you, man, is what was life like before working with the sword program? What is it like now?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having me on. So before Sword, really, I understood that I needed to break through the noise somehow. And the way I was doing that was cold calling and emailing, but I didn't have a structured way to do it. So after I met you, Jack, and the Sword program, I realized that to put together a complete interview, I needed to have structure to it.
Yeah, 100%. It's that structure, it's the framework that makes all the difference. Absolutely. And what would you say is the biggest result we achieved together?
I mean, the biggest result was, landing this job, 95 OTE. So super excited about that. And, couldn't have done it without, a structured plan, across the board.
Beautiful. And why did you end up working with the sword program and kind of the way we approach the job search?
Like I said before, Sword, I knew I needed to call and send emails, but I was getting interviews, but I wasn't finishing and landing the plan. I wasn't getting the offers at the very end. So coming to Sword, I was just looking to see what I was missing. And really what I noticed what was missing was, the questions that I was asking. So a big piece that, stuck out to me was the types of questions that you had myself and others frame their questions off of.
Beautiful. And I know we did some mock interview practice. We went back and forth on some stuff. So, with regard to my coaching style, working with me one on one, what would you say is your favorite part about that experience?
My favorite part is, I mean, you met me where I was at. Jumped on the phone with me, it's 6 a.m. my time, and you were just open. You shared your story. You helped me go through the video. And I understood, when I had questions, I could reach out to you. And along the way, you also cheered me on. So it was always exciting just to let you know, hey, I just did this and it worked. And to have you, celebrate with me the entire way was exciting. So that was,
Let's
the best
go.
part.
Let's go. Okay, sweet. Two more questions for you. What's something you learned that you think other job seekers right now that are having a hard time need to do?
I think the biggest thing I learned was the questions I asked. There are three generic questions most of us ask, is quota obtainable? What are top reps doing? Questions like that. And what I learned was I needed to go a level deeper, study who I'm going to be talking to, understand their career background, but also understand, what their mindset is. They're trying to eliminate risk when it comes to me, and they're looking for ways to disqualify me. So if I can take my name away from the more risky choice, good things are going to happen.
That is the name of the game because there's so much supply in this job market right now. The demand isn't there. They're just looking for any reason to disqualify you. Oh, you typoed in one of your follow up messages. These
Yes.
three other people didn't typo. Oh, you asked this question, but you didn't ask it this way. These three others did. And boom, you're DQ'd. So, a way to just stay on top of it and be excellent through the entire process. That's why you got the offer, man. Put your nose to the grindstone and you were excellent. Way to
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Last
Exactly.
question I have for you is if someone were on the fence about plugging into the sword program and getting support from us, what would you tell them?
Yeah, I'll be the first to say it. I don't like asking for help. I think I can do everything on my own. But, in my career in sales and in my life, when I ask for help, good things happen. And, if you're on the fence, I would say, reach out for help. Jack, the sword program is a huge resource, and it's, provided a consistent flow of interviews for me. And at the end of the day, I got to practice with a bunch of different companies. I got to learn the ins and outs of different companies. And, my business acumen has gone up. And, I ultimately landed the plane and got an offer. So if you're on the fence, ask for help. They're not going to judge you. We're not here to judge you. If everyone's working together on the same team, great things are going to happen.
95K in 26 days. JP, I got to say, man, I'm not surprised. Like knowing you the way I do and how you get after it, how much fun you have with this role, bro, you're going to absolutely crush this thing. So proud of you. Way to go.
That's the plan.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.